on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another College Football 26 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going through a list of players right now that would be considered budget beasts. I know this earlier in the year, it's very tough to build and get a good team, especially if you don't have a lot of coins. So we're going to go through a bunch of players at the most important positions that you can find, generally speaking, for under about 50,000 coins. And as always, we're going to start at the most important position, the quarterback position. I got two recommendations for you. The first one is going to be a core elite 81 overall quarterback, Alonzo Barnett III. Not familiar with him, but he's from JMU, and if you take a look at his attributes here, by the way, you can find him for about 55K. I targeted cards under 50,000 coins in this video, but there are going to be a few of them that are basically about 55K and under. And specifically at the quarterback position, we're looking at the accuracies, the throw power, and the speed. So he's got a little bit of good in here. His throw power is really weak at 74. So I'd really only get this card if you like to run with your quarterback, or you're better and, more so excel in the short to medium passing game. He's got 81 speed with the 74 throw power, short throw 79, mid 81, and then deep throw accuracy 81, which is nice, but he just can't get the ball down the field with that 74 throw power. The other quarterback I'm going to recommend is Deuce Knight. This is going to be from the Standouts promo that dropped yesterday. I actually bought this card and used him in house rules yesterday, and he's not half bad, especially for 19,000 coins. So if you were like me and you were out there rocking a quarterback that's, between 70 and 79 OVR, and you're trying to save up to get a quarterback, this is a really good in the meantime player for 19K. 78 speed, 80 throw power. He can get the ball down the field. Short, mid, and deep throw accuracy is not great, but you also have that standout strategy item that you can earn by doing your objectives within the Season 1 Field Pass. And one of the strategy items that's provided boosts up the short and mid throw accuracy and the throw power, if I remember correctly. So it'll actually increase him up to an 81 OVR and make those accuracies just a little bit better. But like I said, for 19K, you cannot beat value at an important position like this. At running back, I got two different options for you, both pretty similar attribute-wise. The first one's going to be Ishmael Mondi, 82 overall running back out of Arizona. He's got 82 speed, 82 acceleration, juke move at 81, spin at 82, pretty good catching at 81, change of direction at 82. His trucking is not great. His carry is at a 72, but he does also give you 82 break tackles, so you can find this one for about 49,000 coins. A little bit more expensive is going to be Bryson Washington, another running back here, this one out of Baylor with 82 speed. He's got 80 juke move and 80 spin move. Break tackle going to be at 81 and trucking at 73. He's just a little bit better in those areas, but he has 5,000 or 6,000 more coins there, so you're looking at about 55K for the Bryson Washington card. Considering these are budget cards, we got two pretty good wide receivers out there for you. The first one is going to be from the Names of the Game program. It's Cam Coleman, 83 overall, about 50,000 coins, 6'3", 83 speed, 81 catching, and then with the route running, we're just looking, can we get 80 plus on all three of them? And he does get that, 81 on the short, and then 80 on the mid and the deep route running. Catching traffic's really good as well at an 81. I mean, you would hope for things like this on an 83 overall, but the important attributes are all 80 plus across the board, and he fits right around our budget price there of 50,000 coins. The other one is going to be Khalil Lockett, 6'2" wide receiver out of Texas. He will also give you 83 speed, 80 catching. Short and mid route running are at the 80 plus range. You got 80 on the short, 82 on the mid. Unfortunately, the deep route running is not going to be there. It's at 78, so I would more so use this card. I mean, he's an elusive route runner archetype. I'd use him as like a slot receiver, a guy who's going to get you those between 5 and maybe 15 to 20 yard routes down the field. Just don't expect him to run great deep routes unless it's like a streak, but he is one of the fastest, tallest players that you can find at this position for under 50,000 coins. I also have two options for you at tight end. One's going to be more of a route runner and a receiving threat, and that's going to be Brett Norfleet, 6'6", 81 speed, catching, short route running, and mid route running. We get 80 plus on all of those. That's definitely a W, and he's about 29K, which is really, really affordable. He is not going to be good at run blocking. Only a 60 run block out there, but if you strictly need a receiving threat at tight end, Norfleet is going to be your guy. If you're looking for a blocking tight end, then take a look at Keon Burnett out of Arizona. He is also 6'6" with 81 speed and catching. The downside to his card is his route running is atrocious, 73 on the short, 73 on the mid, but he does give you 80 run block. And with playbooks in this game and all of the formations, you're going to find a ton of them that have 2 and 3 tight end sets out there. So this card, which you can find for about 30K, is not a bad backup option like a TE2 or 3 for running situations. And I mean, the route running is bad, but he is 6'6" and one of the faster cards at his price point. You can just throw him on a streak and hope for the best out there. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some cards on the defensive side of the ball. We got some defensive ends first. So at left edge, we have Tyreek Sapp out of Florida. Only 79 speed, but we were looking for cards that give you like power move, finesse move, block shed in the high 70s, low 80s. I think he's the only card in this price point range, which he's actually about 55K, but he's the only card out there at defensive end or left or right edge that gives you 82 power move, 81 finesse move, 82 block shed. So all of those in the 80 plus range. He also has 82 strength, which is really important. This is a pretty good card for that price point of 55K. So he's going to be at left edge. At right edge, you have Maurice Westmoreland out of Tulane. He also is going to have 79 speed, acceleration pretty good there at 83, but notice he only has 83 finesse move and then 79 block shed, 73 power move. He's not the greatest card by any means, about 51K, but I did want to recommend a player at each side of the defensive end spot. And in the middle of your defensive line, you have Grayson Halton out of Oklahoma. 83 strength, 83 power move, 80 block shed, tackle also at 83, only 76 finesse move, but when you got a defensive tackle, you know, those are things you're probably going to take a hit on with an 83 overall card at this position. You can find him roughly for about 52K, but a really good defensive tackle. I think the better option at the same position is going to be Kevin Wynn. I actually pulled this card out of a free standouts pack, and he's probably been the best pass rusher that I had in the little game experience that I've used him online, but needless to say, he is pretty good for the price point, which is going to be about 50,000 coins. On this one, you got 83 strength, 81 power move, 79 finesse move, block shed and tackle both at 83, and he's 343 pounds, which is always really, really important when it comes to the defensive line, especially in the middle of it when they're trying to take up space and stop those inside runs. At outside linebacker, specifically Sam linebacker, we have Joe Phillips from the Standouts program. This is my Swiss Army knife card of the day here, 83 overall, and you can find him for about 50K. Look at everything he does. Again, he's not going to be the best card in the entire world here, but for the price point, he gives you a lot. You got 82 speed, 82 block shed, 81 finesse move, and 79 power move. I mean, you compare him to some of the defensive ends we just looked at, he's pretty much up there with the attributes, but then you can also factor in that he has 80 zone coverage, and even the man coverage isn't half bad at 76. So this is a card at the edge here that if you have any type of defensive formation where, you know, your outside linebackers might blitz, you're going to need them to stop the run, but also drop back in coverage. This is your guy, especially if you're going to be on a budget. And in the middle at linebacker, we got a couple different options for you at Mike linebacker. Jeremiah Thielander is going to be a 6'2" linebacker for about 32,000 coins. Now, the two cards I'm going to recommend first here, Thielander being one of them, are strictly users, because if you take a look here, he's only got 46 man coverage and 45 zone. You never, ever want to leave him in coverage and not be user controlling him. But if you do want to user him, based on the price point, he's one of the tallest, fastest cards out there. You know, 81 speed and 6'2" isn't game changing by any means, but for under the price point of 50K that we're shooting for here, he is going to be your best option. He also has 81 tackle and 81 hit power. And then a very similar card is going to be Scooby Williams, another Mike linebacker that's 6'2" with 81 speed. He also has 81 tackle. His zone's going to be at 58, man coverage at 71. So pretty much similar attributes for usering and also physical attributes, and under our price point, he's going to be 30,000 coins on average. Now, if you need a middle linebacker or Mike linebacker that can actually play some zone coverage or play coverage without you user controlling them all the time, take a look at Raul Aguirre Jr. out of Miami. He is 6'2", but he's going to take a step back in speed with the 80 speed there. He does have 80 zone coverage, 72 man, acceleration is going to be at 80, and if you want to go out and buy this card, you're going to find him on the auction house for about 28,000 coins. Let's close out the video with the secondary, and we'll start at cornerback. We got Marcus Allen, 6'2" cornerback with 81 speed. He's going to excel in man coverage. He's got an 81 overall man coverage rating, bump and run archetype, zone only 74, tackle 65. Again, these are budget cards. You can find this one for about $39K. So if you're running a lot of man coverage, this is going to be your guy. If you run a lot of zone coverage, then you can take a look at Brian Blades II, defensive back that's only 5'11" with 81 speed, and he's going to be the exact opposite of Marcus Allen. He's got 73 man, but 81 zone, 81 awareness, and 81 play rec. And if you're looking for a cornerback that can do a little bit of both, then you're going to take a look at Devin Moore, cornerback out of Florida, 6'3", gives you some really good height. Again, taking a step back in speed with the 80 speed instead of 81, but he also has 80 press, 80 man, 80 zone, 80 tackle, 80 catching. So he's very well balanced, a bump and run archetype, but I like the combination of the two good coverages, you know, decent speed for what it's worth, and 6'3", and you can find this card on average for about 40,000 coins. At free safety, you got Kamari Ramsey, who got some pretty decent cards and cut 25 from my recollection here, and he's going to be 6 foot tall with 82 speed. He actually has really high man coverage for a safety as well at 82, and the zone coverage is going to match that. He is not a good tackler, so this is more of a ball hawking type of free safety out there. I would not try to like user him or put him in the box by any means to go out there and stop the run. You're taking advantage of this card because he's got the 82 awareness, play rec, speed, zone, and man coverage at the free safety position, and you can find this one for about 42K. On the strong safety side, you got Isaiah Wacobia. This is going to be a names of the game card. I actually have him on my team. He was in the pre-order packs. If you're going to buy him, he's about 50K on average. 6'1" strong safety, 83 zone, 83 zone, 83 speed. 79 man is not great, but it's also not terrible at all. 82 tackle, 81 change of direction, 82 acceleration, 81 play rec, 80 hit power. He is a card, and if you take a look in the left part of the card art, he's a box specialist archetype. I still think he can play up top in coverage, but he's also a great sub linebacker if you want to put a safety there instead of a linebacker. And there you have it. Those are going to be your best budget beasts right now, the best cards at most positions for under 50,000 coins. As more cards come out from promos, these cards will get cheaper, but also getting those lower overall cards from the upcoming promos like Fresh Faces and Alumni should help out the market and give us more budget beasts to choose from. So we'll probably be back at some point next week to give you another fresh list and include some of the positions like the offensive line that we didn't cover in this one. But for now, I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.